Newcastle and the city of Newcastle is a massive part of my life. As I was growing up, even though I wasn't actually born in Newcastle, I was born in Blackburn. But my family's from up here, so my family have always been big Newcastle fans, and it's almost just been ingrained into my blood that I'm a Newcastle fan. Me and my brother constantly played football. My brother's a big footballer as well, a big football fan. He was always playing at a good level, and I just always wanted to be like him. He's 2 years older than me, so it was almost as if I was 2 years behind him. When I first started playing, I was playing in Blackburn, so I was playing for Lower Darwin, just at a grassroots club, and always just wanting to be like my older brother. Whenever he was playing, I wanted to play. Whenever he was at games, I was at his games. If we were playing in the garden, it would be pretty much all day. It's good to have that relationship with my brother where we both have a love and have a passion for the game. We're both huge Newcastle fans as well, although when he was younger he played for Sunderland, he was always a Newcastle fan and he would always state that. So it's really good to have such a strong bond with somebody close to my heart, playing a game that's close to my heart as well. On my 16th birthday, or just before I was 16, I was approached by Newcastle, and they were willing to sign me as soon as I turned 16. And I remember at the time thinking, like, this is so big, this is like next level in comparison to what I'd done before that, because I never grew up playing in an academy setting or an RTC setting. I was always a grassroots footballer. It was something quite big to go from playing grassroots football to being asked to go and sign for Newcastle at the level that they were at. Obviously it's a lot different than what it's like now. So I played at 16 for Newcastle for 2 seasons. I did 1 season in the development squad, and then my second season I was playing first team football. And there was a lot of changes in the club at that time. There was a lot of struggles in the club at that time. I know we had a couple of managers in and out and stuff like that, which made it a hard period. And then at the end of my second season at Newcastle, I left, and I went to play elsewhere. I went to play for Durham Cestria for 3 seasons. I had a very short stint at Middlesbrough, and then, not at the beginning of this season, the beginning of last season, I came back to Newcastle, and it's probably one of the best decisions I've made so far. There's definitely never ever been a better time to be a Newcastle fan. I timed it perfectly in terms of when I actually came in. I came in, the whole of Newcastle erupted when the new owners came in. Everybody loves Newcastle and the owners, and I don't think there's ever been a better time to be a Newcastle fan or a Newcastle United women's player. It's absolutely amazing that we've had so much support and so much backing from not just the club but the supporters and the fans. Never in a million years would you have thought 28,000 fans were going to turn up on that day at St James's Park. When I walked out St James's Park, it was like you were in a dream. Walking out that tunnel and recognising how many people were actually there, it was outstanding. It was a really, really impressive feeling. Record attendances across women's football, whether it's Tier 4, whether it's Tier 3, Tier 2, Tier 1, you can see such a growth in it. We're constantly breaking records as women's football as a whole. I think it's really important that we do start preparing for these kind of numbers, and understanding that this isn't just a men's game, it's a women's game as well, and if that's been proven, like we say, all those fans that turned up at St James's Park would never have turned up if it wasn't for the backing of those fans. Newcastle United, the fan base, the stadium, it's just like a home to me.
Scored from this one. She's gone over the top for Gibson. Keeper's off her line. Georgia Gibson saved. She's got the rebound and puts it into the back of the net. Georgia Gibson.